You kind of look like Hispanic Ray Charles.
Oh yeah, Carlos. Raymond Carlos.
Raymond Carlos. Whenever we cut to your camera, you're looking in the opposite direction. They cut to your camera, you're like this.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind Podcast, episode 64. This is the show where we like to normalize checking in on the homies. My name is Mike, and that is also Mike, and we're here. We are being beaten down right now by allergies.
Yeah.
Mike's not just trying to cool guy us. He's just he just can't see.
Literally, my eyes closed. My eyes are burning right now.
So episode 64. We're here. And it has been a muy interesante past few days for the Walking Blind boys.
Yeah, mostly for you, dude. This has been a weekend for you.
It's mostly for me. Yeah, we can get into all that. We could talk about the missions that I went on this weekend. But let's start our show as we always do with our mental health check.
Mental health check is basically where we check in weekly, see where we're at mentally. That way we can kind of see if there's anything that we're doing that is helping us. Or I feel like you're laughing at me.
I'm laughing at you. Mike's eyes are straight up shut.
Yeah, dude, my eyes are shut. And look, they're like watering like crazy.
All right.
Hold on. Okay, I get this.
Yeah, mental health check.
So yeah, we like to do it weekly. That way we can kind of see, for what we're doing that's helping us, or maybe we're neglecting to do something, and maybe that's why we're in the funk that we're in. But yeah, Michael, would you like to go first?
My favorite part is that you're still moving your eyebrows like you're looking at me and making conversation.
Trying to give the illusion that my eyes are open. But they're not.
First off, you guys tell Mike that these round shades are the move. Maybe not with his eyes closed, but the round shades are a good switch up from the Wayfarers. Secondly, all right, my mental health is I am exhausted. Mostly because this was just a long. It was a holiday today, so it was a long weekend, but it was also just a long weekend. And we can dive into like all of it afterwards. We can, kind of do a little recap of the missions. Yeah. But overall, I'm good, man. I'm just, like I said, got back in the groove of things. Got a past week or so has been, pretty on point as far as getting back to like working out and training and stuff like that. I know I talked about it last week too. So I'm feeling physically a lot better. Good. Allergies though have been kicking my ass.
Jeez.
And that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at. Where are you at?
Mentally, I'm doing well, man. I feel like my weekend was not as crazy as yours, so I got to rest, and got back on getting back on the jump rope, which is helpful, and got to do some singing this weekend, which is great for me mentally. And so yeah, I've been good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that being said, I want to hear about your weekend, dude.
All right, so
I was there for two of the things you did.
Yeah, so Friday night, our boy Martin James had played their first show with First Impulse. They played at this little house party in Riverside, and I know that Adrian from Harsh Reality had played there previously, and he had told us like it was rad. And I saw the pictures; the show looked gnarly, but I wasn't prepared for what I was walking into.
No.
And neither were you.
No, not even a little bit.
So we got there and we go, and it's a backyard show, and straight up. I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to put people on blast. Mm-hmm. But let's just say that like I don't know how this place is still functioning, right? I don't know how they're still alive, but the shows were gnarly, and there was just so much going on. I was torn because I was straight up went into like, holy shit, this is what it used to be like when we were like 15, 16 years old, going to punk rock, like backyard punk rock shows. At the same time, I also went into dad mode because I was like, yo,
All the craziness going on.
I have a child of this age that lives in my house, and I swear if I see her here, I'm going to beat somebody's ass type thing. But no, it was just, yeah, it was wild, but the show was sick. And First Impulse, dude, for their first show, also for their lead singer, this was her first show ever.
Dude.
She had never played in a band. She'd never done anything like this live. And she fucking ripped it, dude.
Murdered.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, their set was only like 15 minutes, maybe 13 minutes, something like that. But, she, for that time frame, she ripped it, dude.
Yeah.
I chopped it up with her a little bit afterwards, you know, and she was cool. And, yeah, it was cool, man. It was a cool little show. The funniest part is, you know, like us being the older guys, like I was saying, I remember us being young, going to these shows and then just kind of hanging in a corner with our friends. Now that we're the older guys, we literally just hung in a corner with our friends. Yeah. And this young kid walks up and Manny is just standing in the corner, like taking pictures. And he asks Manny, he goes, are you like a guard here? And like, what? Like, are you a security guard here? Like, nah, I'm just big, dude. I'm just a big guy. He's like, oh, okay. Can I put my backpack over there? And Manny's like, yeah, dude, do whatever you want. I don't care. So,
so first, hold on. So that interaction was funnier to me because it was loud. And when you were telling me that, I thought you had said that someone came up to him and asked, are you a guardian? As in like from one of the kids that's here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Both so funny.
Yeah. That, and then, Jackknife played after,
Jackknife was sick.
They were sick, man. They were really good. And I think that they're actually going out on the road with Harsh Reality.
Cool.
So that'll be a cool little run for them. That'll be cool. So, and then props to Martin because that show probably had like what? 100 something, 200, maybe even 200 kids.
Dude,
I don't know.
I think 200 easy.
Yeah.
Like, and I'd imagine more people showed up after.
Yeah.
After
as it got later, I'm sure. You know, we bailed after Jackknife and we went to get food. Yeah. But yeah, it was packed when we were there.
So, this show's been on my mind like all weekend. So I've given it a lot of thoughts for what you said. Like, how is it still going? How has it not been shut down? I'm sure they've had to have like some kind of things happen with the police, but also the backyard is so deep.
Yeah,
it's such a big backyard. So, and behind it, I think it
looks industrial.
I think it's industrial. So like, I think that's why I feel like their neighbors must be pretty cool on the sides of them. Yeah. But other than that, like it's pretty far back. And the other thing that is smart, we kind of were talking about this as we were leaving, was they don't play any music in between
bands. Yeah.
And so I think that kind of also helps in the sense of like, not annoying neighbors or letting the police follow us down.
Yeah. And I kept thinking about this too. Like I was torn because like I said, dad mode, but, I think what I came to, what my final conclusion with this is like, I guess I would rather have all that gnarliness going down like in one place. Yeah. Rather than it be out in the streets. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather, okay, cool. Like, yeah, if this is where you're going to do it, this is where you're going to do it, Mm-hmm. It's still wild though. Like in the middle of Jackknife's set, this kid was like, hey, can I see the mic for a second? They have the mic. He's like, all right, so we're doing $20 bets. We're going to be boxing. So if you want to come get this boxed up, come over here. And when we were leaving, dude, like these two chicks were just fucking beating the shit out of each other with boxing gloves. Oh man. But yeah, it was a wild time for sure.
As we're saying that, I completely forgot that on my phone I have a video.
Do you?
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it. I just know that as we were walking by, I couldn't see shit, so I like put my phone
It's probably not a video that we should put out, so we'll just let it be.
Yeah, it's incriminating for sure.
Yeah, but it was gnarly. It was gnarly. And props to Martin because that show we thought was wild and rowdy. Like probably up to 200 people there. Martin played in Riverside. Chilled with us for a second, was like, all right, fellas, see you later. Packed up his shit, drove to LA and played a house party in LA. Same thing, backyard show, his first show with Desmadre. And there were like 800 people at this show. Like the fucking line was wrapped down the block. And the videos that came out while they were playing, like, dude, that's fucking insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
But
same promoter.
Yeah. Same dude that did like the shows like Under a Bridge in LA too, like during COVID and shit like that. So it's real punk rock shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. And then you had made the comment like I'm torn between like wanting to play there and then wanting to never be there again.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the vibe, and it was cool though. It was cool.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like any of my bands, even NBR, I don't think any of us are like punk enough to
no
to play there, but I definitely want to. I think
it's definitely and shows like that we had kind of talked about too. Like those kids show up just to have a place to go. They don't show up because like they're fans of your band or they want to see. I'm sure that there are people that intend to go see certain bands play. Definitely. But a majority are just there because that's where all their friends are, and that's where the fun is happening.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I mean, if this was like a thing when I was in high school, I would be there.
Oh, 1,000% would have been there all the time.
I would be there every weekend, because I was thinking back on some of the high school parties I've been to. I've been to some pretty cool ones, some pretty big ones, but like that is just a whole different thing. It's like it really is like a venue. It's a venue basically. Yeah. It's a spot. It's cool. And then so Saturday. Tell us about your Saturday, Mike.
So Saturday, Saturday morning we pulled off the surprise party of the century, if you will, because
of 2023.
Apparently, Ryan, the guitar player for Mental Thrash,
Grass for
Hope, aka Grass for Hope. It's a weed band, just like Burner State. No. So apparently Ryan, he's been on the show before. He's our boy. And it was his birthday. He kind of hit us up saying, hey, we're going to go hit Cornerstone BBQ. Shout out to Cornerstone. And all of us kind of hit him with we're going to be busy. I'm not sure we can make it. Got things going on, whatever. And so he met up with you, him and Sylvia met up with you to get coffee. And then you guys came to Cornerstone. And when he got there, we were all wearing cowboy hats and, and bandanas. And he like Ryan's awkward. It's fair to say. He's awkward. He doesn't like attention. So when he walked up, he just wasn't looking at all of us. And we're just staring at him. He's like, why are all these people staring at me? Like, what's going on? And then it finally clicked that it was us. Like, oh shit, happy birthday, So that was cool. Got to hang out, have some barbecue. Cornerstone's burger, dog,
dude,
unreal. The tri-tip burger, unreal. I'm a fan. That might be one of my new go-tos.
I feel like I've just discovered something for myself there that I would say this. I'll probably do the burger if they're out of burnt ends. I feel like I'll just right away go to the burger.
Gotcha.
But my thing that I discovered was I'm gonna get burnt ends, like as I do, and my brisket. But my sides are now gonna always be mac and cheese and fries, because that burrito, the place we went to that had that burrito, we had the
brisket mac and cheese at Smoking Fire.
So I was and plus they have that we normally do get cheese fry, or the meat fries. Yeah. And so I basically just made my own like mini meat fries. Yeah. I was throwing my brisket, my burnt ends in there with the mac. On my fries, it was so freaking good. It was so good. To the point where I actually had leftover brisket that I actually ended up just giving to my brother.
Nice. Nice. So yeah, so we went to Cornerstone, and then from there, Martin and I took off, and we started our journey to Arizona.
Arizona.
So, No Bragging Rights has a tour coming up in Australia, and Martin didn't have his passport, so we went on a journey to go get his passport. Overall, like, honestly, like the drive wasn't that bad. Like, it really wasn't like traffic or anything like that. It just, kind of hit the road and just fucking buckled down. And
What were the road tunes? What were the road jams?
dude, it was a lot. It was, with Martin at the helm, it'll go from a playlist that has like Fuel and that'll have like Matchbox 20. Oh my god.
And then some like obscure hardcore band.
Yeah, and then
never heard of.
then that'll randomly change to like 2 hours worth of Sade.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden Code Orange will start playing. So like it's a very, very nice little eclectic playlist. So, like something that keeps you busy. I dozed off for a little bit and then woke up and Creative Void was playing. I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, I know that riff, whatever. And Martin starts laughing. He's like, I was wondering when you would notice. I was like, and then so we drive to Arizona and like we kind of joked like, yeah, we're driving to Arizona for Waffle House. We drove to Arizona for Waffle House. Passport was not in storage.
No.
There was no passport in storage. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like if it's in his room somewhere, if it's mixed in with some other stuff that he has in the garage, or if it's in the filing cabinet in Arizona. So we don't know where it's at, but so he's going through the process to expedite a birth certificate and then go from there and then expedite passport type thing. Yeah, he'll get it done. I mean, like we were like kind of researching all the way back. So storage unit cleared that out, no passport. Brought home a couple other things like laminates, things like that. Okay. And then went to Waffle House and met up with his cousin Shane because Shane lives out there now. Legit went to Waffle House, ate, said what's up, whatever. Then right back on the road. Like we did no time to waste.
Nice. Right
back on the road, came driving back. Got back around 11:30 at night.
Not bad,
dude. Not bad. So, nice little Arizona turnaround trip. Got there, got back, and I just crashed. I was so tired. And what was crazy was like, so the day before we went to the show, I got off work, dry screw and shot like some pre-workout real quick, and then did like the fastest leg workout, like high intensity leg workout, dude. Squats, like landmine forward squats, dumbbell deadlifts or whatever. Did like boom, 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 30-minute set, and then chilled with Martin for a little bit before the show, and to go from that to like basically spend the whole next day not moving around, like literally just sitting in a chair, like my legs are just chilling. On Sunday, I was so shot. Like I woke up and I was so done. Like I was trying to walk around and I just like everything was hurting and everything was sore. And I was.
Were you getting cocky? Were you kind of like, oh, it's weird that my legs don't hurt?
No. I knew it was gonna be worse. Sunday. So then Sunday morning, I have to start working on the van, right? And now the Feels on Wheels, the front speakers sucked, so I wanted to switch them out. Oh. So I go online and I'm looking at, what speakers come in this van. Well, what I didn't consider, I was telling Jesse, the speakers that come stock with the van are no longer the speakers that are in the van, right?
They got changed out.
They had been swapped out because, full conversion van, they switched a bunch of stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So the set of speakers that I ordered, too small. So I start looking, cool. Ordered some new speakers at Best Buy, went and picked them up, came back, selected the wrong size, ordered the wrong size. So I had to return those, go back to Best Buy, get another set, bring them back, swapped out those speakers. Finally, they fit after 2 trips to Best Buy, pulling speakers out, messing with everything. And then on top of that, the wiring diagram, that the wire colors that should be in that Dodge, because it's a conversion van, were not the right wire colors. So I'm here trying to figure out which one's positive, which one's my ground, which one's my neutral. I got to figure it out in the end.
Nice.
Sounds sick, but that was a mission and a half, and then turn around.
Yeah, when you sent me that picture, I was like, "What is he doing?"
Yeah, you're like, what's happening?
I had no idea.
I had to like
I had
take
no
out
idea what
like
you're doing.
to change the tweeters that are in like the dash. I had to pull out like the A pillar and then like pull all kinds of extra stuff just to remove the dash cover. It was a mission. Let's just say that if they didn't work in the end, I'd just go without tunes. Like that's how bad it was.
We'll just practice the lost art of conversation.
Yeah. So then I got ready, went to a wedding at Fairmount Park. Nice little wedding. People I don't know, so it was very interesting. Then came back home, crashed, and we're here today. It's been a mission of a weekend. I haven't stopped moving pretty much since Friday.
My only crazy day was Friday, I think. It wasn't even that crazy. Finished the Burner State album, vocals.
Yeah.
Lead vocals, still have more work to do. Harmonies and other things, but was done. And then just did the show and then Ryan's party. That's about it. Oh, yesterday I went to see AntMan again with Joel and Harry.
So that's what I want to talk about. Jesse, we'll try not to give too many spoilers. I want to know your thoughts on AntMan, because we saw this Thursday night, and then we walked out to like this weird zombie apocalypse like voice recording playing on the building, saying like this is under video surveillance. Yeah. You're being recorded.
You are trespassing.
Yeah, crazy, weird times. But I want to know what your thoughts were on this movie. And now let's preface this by saying you weren't really a fan of the first 2 Ant-Man movies, right?
Yeah.
I, for a time, had Ant-Man 1 as one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time.
Oh, okay.
So we're coming into that with that bias. Right? So what did you think?
Yeah. So Ant-Man for me has never been one of my favorite characters. I like him in other movies. Like I liked him in Civil War. I liked him in what was it? Infinity War. But I just never, I don't know why the humor never really hit for me in his movies. And so I don't know. I really didn't have any like high expectations for this movie. Other than like I heard it was going to be weird and I was kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I will say this, the first night after we watched it, I was pretty pretty down on it, I think, more than after the second time I saw it. Because there's I can't remember we were talking about this. There's a trope that drives me nuts in movies when it's like something's wrong. There's like something's going on and it's like what's wrong? And they're like, I can't tell you, or like it's nothing. It's like, well, no, clearly there's something going on. Like, what is it? And the character's like, it's nothing. Like, don't worry about it. It's like, wait, no, but like it's happening to us. Like, there's things going on now that like we need something. We need context, and like they don't explain it. Like that shit drives me insane. And that was like 90% of the movie. So I had a real hard time getting into like I honestly like thinking about. I was listening to other people like who had seen the movie. I didn't even take into account how crazy the world was. Like I had to like sit back and be like, oh yeah, like how it was like kind of like Star Warsy in ways.
Yeah.
Like I was so taken out of the movie right away that I had a hard time even enjoying like where they were, and all that stuff. But watching the second time, knowing that this trope was happening, I like was able to like get away from it and just try to like watch the movie and enjoy it for what it was. And I enjoyed it a little more. I'm definitely happy that Jonathan Majors is King. I think he's a good Kang. I think he'll be a good Kang. I just feel like this movie didn't do a whole lot. I didn't think this movie did a lot, like story-wise, did a lot for the actors. I feel like everyone did. I think Paul Rudd is great.
Yeah.
I think even his daughter, who they cast, I think she was great. I think everyone was great. I think Jonathan Majors. I just feel like they were like doing their best and with a script that wasn't great.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of told Andrew, it was either Andrew or Jesse when we were at Ryan's thing, where I said it was like the actors did great, but the movie wasn't great.
Yeah,
That's how I felt.
That's
like I felt like everybody did a good job, but as a movie as a whole, it was kind of without getting into too many spoilers. One, I feel like it was a waste of Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, like
right?
a kind of a weak introduction.
Yeah, I Kang in general is like, I'm stoked that we're going to see more of Kang, obviously, throughout the rest of the movies. And this is definitely one of those movies where like you get what they're doing because that's showing you how important certain people are or certain characters are. But at the same time, like I just thought the Quantum Realm was just way too over the top for me.
Yeah.
Like what I love, like the Marvel movies that I loved and the Marvel movies that I like really fuck with hard are the ones that are like kind of grounded, like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War. Like even in situations like with the Avengers movies where there's an alien invasion happening, it's still grounded to like, this is an alien invasion happening to Earth, right? It's happening to our planet. And it's like, okay, like we have superheroes that are going to save it. And then like they even touch on the fact of like, with Sokovia and shit like that. Like, oh, hey, we fucked up by fucking this place up. Now we need to take the fight somewhere where, it's not going to be as big of a deal. Like what movie was it where like Iron Man was like, hey, real quick, buy this building. And they buy the building before they fucking throw like the Hulk through it or whatever. Was it the first one? So like it's shit like that. Like it's real world shit. And then now we're just in this phase of Marvel where it's like it's no longer these heroes existing in our world. It's these heroes in fucking like crazy ass scenarios. Like you have like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness where like they're, jumping through, the different parallel universes and stuff like that. Like to where I don't feel like this has any type of consequence on our world.
Dude, yeah. So, well, and not even on the world, but one of the things for me, and even on the second movie, I mean, the second time watching it, I was trying to feel like, okay, let me, I felt, it's like I almost felt bad when I watched the first time. I was like, oh, I don't care about these characters. I don't care about the Quantum Realm people. Like, and they didn't do, they really didn't do anything to make you care about them. Like
you don't give a shit about that rebellion.
No, and like you, and you, that should be a good thing because there's also opportunities there for, his daughter.
Cassie.
You kind of get, I think, like I said, like she did well. I think the ideas were there. They just, I don't know, maybe just not executed well, or like it was too big in scope, I guess, for like what they want to do, and they didn't focus on like little things like us caring about the characters.
Yeah.
I felt like is it a spoiler to say the cameo?
Which cameo?
The love interest of Hope.
Oh no, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like kind of a big nothing burger.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of some funny moments. But.
There were some things that they did that was clever, like without spoiling it, the way that they were able to communicate. Right?
That was clever.
That was clever. The way that they were able to talk to the people in the Quantum Realm. The way that they show how Kang built his world, right?
Yeah. So and that to me, there should have been more of an emphasis because it's kind of glossed over if you don't really think about it. Like he built an insane empire.
Yeah.
And you kind of really don't appreciate it because they don't get to, again, they don't take time showing you like why this is important, why like this is a super advanced thing that he did.
And without any explanation for that, like the crazy thing is that like basically they just kind of made it seem like, oh, he got his Kang the Conqueror suit, now he can do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how they made it seem.
Yeah.
And like you know, like when you see the backstory and when you see, you know, how all of it happened, you're like, oh, okay, cool, right? Like the idea of why he's stuck there, that was a cool concept.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, like this is supposed to be like Kang the Conqueror is supposed to be like afraid of no one, right? And then he's supposed to have seen all these timelines and all this, you know, these iterations of what's supposed to happen and things like that. And then the final battle comes and he's worried about somebody being in that battle. Like that's the type of shit that doesn't add up to me. You know, and like the way that they did it and the way that, you know, they end up victorious in the end, you're kind of like, okay, cool, you know, but now what? Like, now what for the quantum realm? Like, what happens here? Like, all right, peace. Like, we're out. Like, I was really hoping that there was going to be ties, at least to show the tie between, like, the quantum realm and how it would affect Earth. Right? Like, how does something so small and minuscule, because the quantum realm is not a different universe, right? It's just a different realm in our Earth. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, just very, 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 very small.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I
Like going on what you're saying. I guess this is spoiler stuff or whatever. But like, yeah, like why should we be terrified of him coming to Earth? What about this place that he's bringing or him coming to Earth? What about that is terrifying?
Yeah.
They don't explain that.
Yeah.
We just kind of assume because based on like him being angry, and that he can build things.
Yeah.
Like we don't really get to understand like what is so threatening about him coming to Earth then.
Yeah.
And where would he take this? Where like if it was like I'm gonna, you know, because you know AntMan, he's from San Francisco, so it's like if he's like I'm gonna make my place be in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Then you get some stakes of him being like I'm fighting for home.
Yeah.
But there's none of that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, like I'm a fan of the actors in this movie. I thought they all did a phenomenal job at what they were doing, but the storyline was it just felt like we were reaching for stuff. And Kang the Conqueror is not like a throwaway villain. He's not like a throwaway character that we should just be like, this happened, but okay, you know?
Yeah. But is it kind of a cop out that they're like, maybe this isn't the real Kang the Conqueror? Could we?
Yeah, it's a cop out. Because how many times they keep doing this?
Sure.
So yeah, I feel like I want to watch it again, but also at the same time, like I kind of don't care to.
Yeah.
You know, and like they tried to inject like the funny moments, like tried to make some characters lovable, like the little guy that's like, I have holes, and you're like, huh, and then it just kind of ended, like, you know.
There is a death scene that is funny, but it's also kind of just like, again, this is like wasting a potentially good character. But
yeah. So I don't know. So based on this phase 4 essentially of Marvel, like where would you rate this in the movies that we've seen so far? Because so far technically it's what, Quantumania, Wakanda Forever, Multiverse of Madness. Mm-hmm. What else has there been?
Eternals, does that fall under that? I forget what falls under this. Actually, I think this is supposed to be one of Phase 5.
Oh, this is one of Phase 5?
I think it's supposed to be part 1, right?
Oh. Well, I thought this was still part of the Doctor Strange thing too. Shang-Chi? Aren't these all supposed to be tied together?
They're supposed to be tied together, but
that's another thing. I thought that we were gonna. I was thinking that we were gonna get some sort of beacon that sends a signal out to the 10 rings, right? Mm. No connection there. No, nothing. So yeah, I don't know. This is all still part of Phase 4.
So this is the last.
No.
Of Phase 4. No.
Fantastic Four. Fantastic. See, Oh, that's right. So they're saying Fantastic Four is supposed to be like a huge part of introducing Phase 5, and then the mutants and Fantastic Four are going to be a huge part of Phase 5.
Oh, okay.
So Phase 4 technically started with Black Widow.
Okay.
So Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther, and then Quantumania, and then it looks like the Disney Plus series as well.
Okay.
We're part of that.
Okay, so my favorite part, my favorite movie in this whole thing is Shang-Chi. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Again, even though they actually, I was about to say, because it's pretty practical as far as like, but they do go into like a different type of world.
Yeah.
But even that is at least, I don't know, somewhat grounded, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of put this slightly above Eternals, I guess. I liked Eternals fine. Like I like this one. This movie's okay, I guess.
Did you like it better than Multiverse of Madness?
I like Multiverse of Madness better.
Only because of the cameos? Or did you like it as a movie?
Probably. I think maybe probably the cameos are
Yeah.
what put it a little over the top for me.
Yeah.
Story wise, Multiverse of Madness. I don't know. I guess in that movie, kind of the same thing too. Like, I thought like it's called Multiverse of Madness. Like it could have gone crazy. I feel like they should have been a little crazier.
I feel like Shang-Chi definitely underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that movie was dope. And then Wakanda Forever is probably up there in this phase.
Oh yeah, Wakanda Forever. I still put Shang-Chi over from Wakanda Forever though.
And if we're considering the shows, like Falcon and Winter Soldier was great.
Mm-hmm.
And so was Moon Knight. Moon Knight was great too.
Moon Knight was good. Does want I was gonna say Wakanda Vision.
WandaVision is part of it.
Is that part of it?
Yeah, part of
That
it.
was good.
It was good.
That one, I built it up way too much in my head.
Yeah.
I looked in like but
Well, everybody was hoping for like a Mephisto
yeah,
and like
something crazy, which made it exciting because it's
Yeah.
like I've never had that with the Marvel anything. 'Cause that's like Marvel's first real series thing. So it's cool to be like checking in every week to be like, oh, what about this? What does this mean?
Yeah. I think that I'm sure that there's a part of this too where what they did leading up to like the Infinity War basically, and like these Avengers movies, like they started from nothing and then built this insane arc, right?
Yeah.
And then like, how do you top those Avengers movies? Like how do you like at what point are you just jumping the shark? You know what I mean?
They should. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy because okay, so they you can, I feel like anyone can have like they could have done this, they should have done this. They stuck the landing to end it on Endgame. Endgame to end that, all those however movies it was, to have that be the ending for it was like amazing. And so to be like, dude, where can they go from here? Well, they haven't even introduced the X-Men yet.
Yeah.
They haven't introduced Fantastic Four and all those villains and stuff. Like, they could still potentially have like crazier stories. Like, we could eventually get a different version of Civil War.
Yeah.
Now, finally, with all the characters that are coming in. But at the same time, it's like, are they losing that attention to detail that was making these movies awesome? And what's going to happen? Did you hear about Kevin Feige?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, he's leaving after 2025.
What?
That's like the last. That's like, and I forget where I read it or where I heard it.
Wow. That's huge because he's crafted this whole.
Yeah. If he's out, dude, I don't have faith. I lose faith.
Here's the thing, man. Like the reality is that Marvel did this with B-list characters, right? Like they didn't even have their fucking A squad.
Yeah. If anyone says like Thor and Iron Man were your favorite Marvel characters,
You're lying.
You're lying.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Like there's especially back in the comic book days, like, yeah, Captain America was cool, but like, you look at those comic books and there's a reason Superman was outselling Captain America, right?
Yeah, the X-Men.
Yeah, there's a reason that that Batman was outselling Iron Man. Like those were just like they were the B Squad. Like
Yeah.
Guardians, nobody gave a shit about the Guardians of
Yeah.
the Galaxy.
Which is so impressive. I cannot wait for that movie. I feel like that hopefully will be the first good movie back.
Yeah.
Like not so divisive, and which is weird for Marvel to have that now.
Yeah.
Everything DC has been like super divisive. Like people are either on board or not.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel has just been like hitting. Like hitting. Like if someone, there's people who just straight up don't like Marvel movies, which is fine.
Yeah.
But for the Marvel fans, like it's been like they've been happy and it's been hitting for them, and like the last like year and a half.
I haven't like the earlier Marvel movies. Like we walked out of those theaters, fucking pumped. Right, we walked out pumped. Like can't wait for the next one. Like now. I'm walking out of these Marvel movies and I couldn't even tell you when what's the next movie that drops in this. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
And we are like
we've been in this. Like we've been in it for a while now. And so it's like I don't know. And here I am like I'm a fucking DC fanboy, right? And I've been like fighting for DC to be good and
dude,
the Flash
maybe
trailer looks amazing.
Why can't they both be great at the same time?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what a nerdy life we'd have? What a nerdy world we'd live in.
And I think part of us we're spoiled now, right? Like back in the day, like we got a Batman movie, we're like, oh fuck, Now there's so much superhero content out there that it's like you can't even fucking like shake a stick at it and
I think I'm excited for DC. I feel like they're gonna finally. I think James Gunn, just based on what he did with Guardians, I feel like he has an understanding of like how to build teams and characters.
Yeah.
Or help you care about characters. Mm-hmm. Dude, my eyes watered for a tree sacrificing himself for his friends.
Yeah.
Like they did that. James Gunn did that.
James Gunn James Gunn gave us Peacemaker.
Yeah, dude, that's still probably
one of the best superhero
shows,
TV shows, streaming content that we've seen. Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know, like, what's next? What's coming next for Marvel?
I think Guardians.
Is Guardians the next movie?
I think so.
I'm excited for Guardians. Mm-hmm. We know that it's going to be, we're losing some people.
Yeah.
We're losing people. And then, I don't know, like, until they finally start to bring out X-Men and Fantastic Four, start to tell those stories, I feel like I'm just kind of, like, we're just beating a dead horse at this point.
The only thing I'm really excited for are Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool. Deadpool 3. Those are like the only things that like, which is weird because I'm always like super excited for anything that comes out.
Yeah.
I should have been super excited for this movie, but I really wasn't.
Yeah. I think we watched it more out of like.
Because you need to. When you're
this invested, you have
to. Because stuff usually does connect. But.
And I'm sure with Feige, I'm sure that somehow, some way.
We sound so nerdy, by the way.
I know. These movies are all going to connect. And we're going to go, oh, I understand why we needed that. And I saw why we needed that. And I see why we needed that. But still, I don't know.
It's going to be Guardians of the Galaxies and then the Marvels.
Guardians and then the Marvels.
Yeah, I'm not as excited for Marvels. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm super excited for.
Now the Marvels is going to bring in Captain Marvel and
Photon.
Miss Marvel from the series, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay.
Did you ever see Miss Marvel?
I did not.
It's pretty good.
I did not watch it.
And then the Candyman sequel.
The Candyman sequel.
That's
a horror movie.
That's a horror movie.
No, it's part of the Marvel stuff. No, it says it right
here. Candyman was. Maybe we're missing something. I don't know.
The horror aspect. Marvel's bringing horror. Anyways.
Well, anyways, go watch AntMan.
Yeah. Watch AntMan. Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
You agree
let
with
us know your thoughts. Let us know if you just think we're completely wrong or if we're just bitter old men now.
We're not bitter. We have a sophisticated palate when it comes to nerdy things. I don't know why I'm still single. It's weird. Take it easy, guys.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
You want to jump into some questions?
yeah. The topic. So, I don't know if I want to say the name, but they said it's like more of a statement. They said paying for Air Max shoes, specifically Nikes,
Okay.
is a waste of money because those are overrated shoes. That was a lie. I wanted to talk about anger. 'Cause I know Mike's feeling it right now. When you get angry, where do you feel it, Michael?
Right now, I feel it in my soul. I don't know if you saw what I did there, soles with sneakers.
Oh,
Yeah, but, Air Maxes are not overrated.
They're not, but I wanted to elicit.
I felt it in my chest. I felt it in and I was upset that you were leaving this person nameless.
You're like, let me.
I was like,
let me see.
who said this? Who said this? Because they're gonna be blocked from the show from now on.
Who's out of the friend group? So where do you feel anger, Michael?
Well, after that, I felt it in my chest, and then I felt it in my face. So, yeah. Where do you feel anger?
When I get angry, it depends. Sometimes lower back, and I notice that my hands get like
Get clammy?
yeah, or if it's or cold. Is that the same thing?
No. Clammy, they'll feel kind of like wet, cold and wet.
Okay, my hands get cold when I get angry. I also notice that when I get angry, I guess this probably isn't much of a tell. At least for myself, I get super quiet.
Yeah. I get like that too. I just kind of shut off. Yeah. I'm still mad about this fictional Air Max conversation.
It's awesome.
As we were at the mall earlier, and I was like looking at shoes, and I reached for this pair of Air Maxes, and Karaima was just like, "Let's put them back."
They're like, but wait, what were they? What color?
They were the Walking Blind colors, black and white and orange, kind of like the ones you have,
Right
but
on.
more black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just do as a write off.
Well, we're writing off a lot right now.
All right. Okay. So, but anyway, so yeah, that was my because I want to try to.
So where do you feel anger?
Yeah. Where do you feel anger? I feel like it's an emotion a lot of people tend to have, and you know, one of my helpful things. How do I word this? So, in one of my classes, anger was like one of the subjects. So we kind of did a anger management class basically, and so almost as if like we were the students. So that way we could almost teach it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave us like pretty good information on like ways to identify it early. That way you can work through it as opposed to just try to ignore it or acting on it. And so a fun little acronym that they taught us was HALT. And this could be kind of based on like to use this for if you find out you're getting like irritable or you find like you're getting angry at things early, like ask yourself, where's this coming from? And so the acronym for HALT, as I should have brought this down, see if I can remember it. I think H is for hunger. So an easy one. Are you hungry? Like, are you being irritable because you're hungry? Are you getting angry?
Haven't seen
Easier. Yeah. And that's a real thing. People get hangry.
Yeah.
And then, so hunger, what was A? No. But it's like, it's hunger, sleep.
There's no S in halt.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of where the sleep comes from. Maybe it's a different word for it.
Salt.
It's salt. No. I'll look it up.
Man, you came real prepared for this one.
I know. My bad.
I'm batting for the fences.
I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that it would just come to me. I did well in this class. I thought it would just all come back. But,
And it's halt. Hangry, anger, lonely, tired.
Hungry, angry.
oh yeah, the age is for angry because sometimes you're just angry. Anyway, so it's just one of the things that why it's helpful is because when you're angry, like if you could stop to think, why am I angry? That's already hopefully taking you out of that heat, like that mode. You know, they said count.
Yeah.
I
think as I've gotten older, like the whole going quiet thing when I'm mad, I think that's something that I've learned. Because when I was younger, I get pissed off and I'd fucking through the roof, and I'm like talking shit to somebody, or I'm swinging, or I'm like,
for me in my mouth right away when I'm mad. I'm like, But I've learned to not say what
I choose my battles now.
Yeah.
I can choose my battles now.
Yeah. So yeah, anger. It's good to be slow to anger, and so the whole reason for that whole acronym was to get you to think, you know, before you act out, or if you've already acted out, to kind of like self-diagnose yourself. Like why was that response so weird? Like why was I so angry that someone just stepped on my foot on accident? Why am I so angry that someone looked at me weird and like now it's ruining my day?
Jordans. That's why.
Dude. Which, by the way, I can't wait to see that, Michael. That Air Jordan.
Yeah,
I think it's called Air. Yeah,
Air looks good. Which, by the way, what date is Air coming out?
I think it's March.
Is it March? Because I think the date. No, it's April. It's April 2nd, 2023. Is it April 2nd? I think it's April 2nd. We're gonna have Jesse fact check this. April 5th. April 5th. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, because 45,
23. So, and somebody said that Affleck has been waiting to make this movie since like 1996.
No,
Specifically for like that date.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. 4/5/23.
Yeah. 45. There's a cool story to why he changed it back, or why he changed it in the first place. I think.
Oh, you mean the GOAT? I will say
Jordan's
this.
still my favorite player. I was just saying that LeBron has numbers.
I will say this. Andrew from Share the Backline pointed out, he's like, Kobe gets no love, and we're Kobe fans in this house, straight up Kobe fans in this house. But the reason why the conversation always comes up about LeBron and Mike is because that's who they're always currently comparing to as the GOAT. I still think Kobe's work ethic and like drive shits on LeBron. Yeah. That's just me.
He just, the bummer with Kobe is that he got hurt.
Yeah.
And Shaq left. Yeah. They would have won so many championships.
Hey Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes.
Yeah.
You remember Shaq freestyling and just shitting on Kobe?
Dude, that's something that'd be funny to look into. Who's got the best or worst album?
Oh, dude, Kobe put out a rap album. Iverson put out a rap album. Shaq put out a rap album. Who else?
There's a couple people.
There's a few NBA players. Did Isaiah Thomas?
Lonzo recently put one out.
Isaiah Thomas put out that?
Did he?
I might be tripping. I might be wrong about that.
That'd be a weird one.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shout out to Kobe.
Oh, that's what it was. Somebody they're playing the Bulls is when Michael was number 45, and he said 45 isn't 23 after the game because they had beat the Bulls, and somebody, I forget who it was, somebody had said 45 isn't 23. So then the next day, Jordan shows up in 23, and then he put up 45 points and then left the game.
Nice.
Damn. Jordan, yeah. All right. So there's just a couple questions. We don't have to go through all of them. Best or worst music video from your childhood?
I mean, I feel like hands down, Thriller is one of the best videos of all time, right? I feel like as a kid, the Blink-182 "What's My Age Again" video was like
Kind of a game changer.
kind of a game changer. So was All the Small Things. Because All the Small Thing was all over TRL, making fun of all the bands that were also on TRL. Worst music video of my childhood probably had to be, there was an Immature video. You know, they were a little boy band. And they were in the desert, and they would just like turn into liquid and shift into like different places in the
I
desert.
remember that.
And start dancing. You remember that shit?
That video, yeah.
That was cool. I really love that song, but that video was garbage. But it was so ahead of its time for the time. It was like, oh fuck.
I think one of my favorite music videos, just because like I was obsessed. I thought the video was so cool. I still think the video is cool when I see it. It's Green Day Basket Case.
Yeah.
I love that video. I still love it.
You know, also was a good video was Blackstreet No Diggity.
That's a good video.
It was a good video.
Is that the little
penny?
Yeah. Dude. So, you know what? Okay, so I was making a joke about this with Jolka and Harry, 'cause I was like, when you watch this music video, make sure that you're alone. Maybe light some candles, because it's like, at least for me, it's one of my favorite music videos. Probably for all the wrong reasons. Whatever, call me out if you want. It's Aerosmith's "Crazy." If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Jesse's gonna have to look that one up later.
Make sure you're alone, Jesse.
Yep.
Light some candles.
Light some candles.
It's Alicia Silverstone.
Did you just make the lotion motion?
Jesse.
Cochino. 2 pumps?
Yeah, Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone. It's a great song.
Which, Liv Tyler, maybe not the best choice for that video, though.
Yeah, it's his daughter.
I know, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah.
Or that's some, like, just next level rock star shit.
Yeah.
Because you don't care at all. Worst video? I don't know. What was that?
You never see that video?
So,
Oh, man. The OGs know.
I don't know. There was a lot of bad videos in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad videos.
And that was like the era where CGI was just starting to be like used.
I will say there's a video that always, when I see it, it always hits me in a weird way. Because there was a video that when it came out, I was like, Keywords is cute. She's cute. Blonde hair. Long blonde hair. It was Hanson. It was Bop.
Oh, you thought he was a stud, huh?
I thought it was a chick, dude. So that was, I don't know, it's just weird.
Have we talked about this on the show? The Mbop lyrics are sad as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have so many relationships in this life, only one or two will last.
Yeah.
I've seen the worst music videos from the 90s.
Another cool video, I don't know if it's 90s, but the Aha video for Take On Me.
It's a cool video.
It's cool as shit when they go into like the sketch.
Yeah, sketch mode.
The sketch mode.
It's a sketch mode. Wow. Would you consider yourself a perfectionist?
A perfectionist? No. Obsessive, yes.
Fair.
I don't like I can let things be. At some point, I know when to walk away, but I get obsessive. Yeah, I guess like I saw this video the other day, and like I feel like Jesse will relate to this. Mike will have no idea what I'm talking about. But like there's a video of this dude like, and you know when you're working under a car and you're like sitting there and you have your head up and then you just take that moment where you just lay your head on the concrete, where you just kind of say, "Oh fuck it," like you get tired of holding your head up, or you just like lay down, like that. Like I know when that moment hits, and I'm like, okay, I just have to walk away from this right now.
Yeah, I'm not a perfectionist. Because I'm also a person who's like either something's never done, or something's done, then there's nothing I can do anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I'd like to think that when I do things, I'm doing them as best I can.
To the best of your ability.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm not a perfectionist. Oh, sorry. These questions are also sent by. The last one was sent by intern Harry, the music video one, and then the perfectionist one was sent by Chris. Slap in the bass. And then last one. When it comes to writing, let's see. It's from Jolka. When writing a song, what comes first? The sound or the lyrics? I'm guessing music or lyrics.
It depends.
If you're writing a poem.
It depends. In the band setting, normally I like have music that I write to.
Yeah.
If it's something like if it was like a Mikey Diamonds track, or if it was something where I was doing something completely on my own, sometimes it would start with lyrics and I would have an idea in my head and then build off of that. But usually it's more like, okay, cool, like let's write instrumental and music, and then how do we feel? What does this make us feel type deal?
Do you have, is there anything you can think of, like a song where like you had either a line that what the song was and you built something around it, or like do you have an example where you can think of like, oh, I had this and then I wrote a song based on that?
There's a couple, but none of them have like seen the light of day type thing. Where I've been like, okay, I want this melody and this pattern. What can we do with that? And then I built like a beat around it, and then it just cool. And it just stayed in the archives somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, definitely music first. I feel like when I have music, it just I get a good feeling usually what it is, and then from there I usually come up with the topic from that.
Yeah.
Although I have had like ideas that have been like lingering on, and then I'm like, oh, this would work with that.
Yeah.
Trying to think of one that, coming clean, just that concept and that line, coming clean. I didn't think it'd come in the way it did, or show up in the way like that. I'd actually get to use that phrasing, coming clean, like that. Burner State EP, singles EP. I think that's kind of it as far as questions for now. Maybe end on, what is it, captivating audio?
Mike has this ability to just scroll through his phone and get distracted while he's trying to read questions out to us.
Yeah. I'm trying to find like a good one to end on. And I had it. I just don't know. It would have to do mental. Oh, it was from Chris. It was, so April's going to be a pretty busy time for both of us.
Yeah, April's going to be wild.
So it says, how are both of you mentally preparing for April? And we can end on that one.
To be honest, I'm not really thinking too much about it. I think that the most thought I've put into it is
We have to bank 2 episodes.
we have to bank 2 episodes and what we want to do with those episodes that would best benefit what we're doing in April. And I think what we came up with was
Yeah,
kind of a smart move.
Yeah,
right?
I think that'd be cool.
And also just thinking like, there's a lot of things that we want to do on the back end that we still haven't even sat down and talked about how we're going to do it, like flyers, stickers, cards, things like that. You know, kind of just getting that out on the road with you guys. You know, so there's, and then for me, for like, because part of me being gone in April is literally just a vacation, right? There's stepping away and being with friends, and so to me, the only preparation I'm really doing for that is just trying to get my body as you know, I got to stop calling in thick. I'll just say that. So other than that, yeah, that's really. I luckily, it used to be whenever I would have to leave or I would have to like take off or go anywhere, I had to scramble to find like people to watch the dogs and, you know, all this shit. And then now that my parents live here, it's so much easier. Now I just have, like, my dad's like, yeah, I'll come over, you know, whatever. I'll watch Chewy, whatever. You know, having somebody, you know, watch the house, things like that. Like, you know, it's covered. We're all covered. So.
For me, how I'm mentally preparing, what's nice is my mental, you know, again, the thing that gets me the most right mentally is singing.
Yeah. And
I will be doing a lot of it. One of the things that's been kind of nice is just, and also with my preparation comes in my health.
Yeah.
And so jump roping, running, I'm going to be doing both. And so I actually I need to get on that. I need to get on that right now. I'm just jump roping right now. But I will be doing both, and I'm kind of looking forward to that because I feel like, I don't know. I want to be like not just like surviving these shows. I want to actually be like performing these shows. I want to feel good. Something that was nice was, so we played in October. We did the 3 shows, and I realized I prepared myself to be ready for those shows.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, like, I didn't hit my stride until Monday, which was the first day of no shows. But I remember waking up on Monday and being like, oh shit, I haven't had this feeling forever. This is like, I'm ready. Like, this is like tour, like almost like tour mode, where it was like, if we had a show Monday night,
fucking golden.
Would have been fucking good.
Yeah.
And so I guess got to find a way to recreate like a week's worth of shows basically, so that I'm hitting when these shows start, and then hopefully carrying that into Australia, which we're coming to Australia, any of our listeners.
So the announcement was made for the Australia tour. You know, and that's exciting. I'm sorry, in my head I just took a total ADD moment. Have you seen that chick that does like the Kardashians thing? Like, she just coughed on me. Like, you can't. How do you do that? Like, she reenacts like Kardashian moments, but she plays all the sisters. It's amazing. I want to send it to you, but I just had that stuck in my head.
I like that dude who like reenacts scenes with the Kardashians, but he does it with like his home, like things in his house. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the Australia tour was announced. So that's fucking exciting. Yeah. And we'd kind of been hinting towards it, that like it was going to happen until, you know, the show. I wish I could go with you guys, but I can't. I got a ton of stuff we got to take care of here.
April 13th through the 22nd of April.
So I think like a good goal is to be getting yourself into a show mindset long before that.
Yeah.
Like being in a show mindset before Chain Reaction, and then just maintaining and carrying it.
Yeah.
Which is tough because there's a gap there, but you know, that's
what's kind of scary. Is I feel like what if I, after these California shows, what if I like do like a get comfortable? It'd be hard to keep that up.
Run through the full sets at your house. or come here and do it. I mean, Mike literally showed up to my house this week. He walks in the door and was like, "Is anybody here?" I was like, "No, it's just me." And I was playing PlayStation. He's like, "Cool if I put down an idea?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And he's like, "All right, cool." And then like I'm sitting here like fucking fighting robots, and then in the background I just hear Mike like, "Yeah!" like looking on his cell phone in the kitchen. So
it's nice. I get to I'll record vocals for Grasp for Hope ideas, and then I just send them to Ryan, and he does them up. And...
Grasp for Hope, the new marijuana campaign for 2023.
Grasp for Hope, not Grasp for Hope. Although that does sound nice, huh?
One thing before we end, we were kind of talking about Comeback Kid, and then that sparked a conversation with Ty about the Creative Void cover, which we realize is not on any streaming platforms.
Yeah,
it's not on Spotify. So I'm trying to track down the original WAV file. But by the time this episode drops, I did talk to the big dog himself. We're dropping the Creative Void Comeback Kid cover on the Walking Blind YouTube.
Sick.
So you guys will, if you subscribe, you'll have heard it. If not, go check it out. The covers are rad. It's every member of Creative Void has vocals.
Yeah,
on the song.
That's what makes.
And that's what makes it fun. Like live, I would do all the vocals, but in studio, it was so much fun to just sit back and like, kind of jump back and forth and like, okay, you do this part, you do this part, you do this part. And even like Jake and Steve like came in. Like Steve brought the heat. I wasn't ready.
I know.
Steve.
I want to know what part of Steve. I think I know which part is Steve, but I want to.
I think the first verse is me and Williams. That's part of it. Yeah.
Is that Steve?
Is it? Maybe. I have to go back and listen to it. So the first verse I think was me and Chris. Second verse was Jake and Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Were we too blind to see? You were only human like me. That was Jake. And then Steve. Yeah.
And Steve now plays drums for Voodoo Glow Skulls.
For Voodoo Glow Skulls. And Torture Culture.
And Torture Culture.
And Jesse just got fired. I'm the only one allowed to talk about my band that way, okay?
Yeah.
I'm the only one allowed to do that.
Shit on his own band.
You let me shit on my own band, okay? Yeah. You don't do that. You don't say that.
All right. Well, we have some Taco Bell calling our name.
Yeah. We're tired.
Oh, real quick. So we have a new hire at Daily Brew, and met her for the first time, and I was like, "It seems weird to bring this up so early on, but I feel like I might as well get out of the way just so I know." And Harry, I was looking at Harry. Harry's kind of like, I was like, Del Taco or Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Just threw it out there right away. I want to know.
I want to know who I'm working
with.
Who
I'm in the trenches with.
Yeah.
If I can trust them.
Yeah, because Harry did a full turnaround, you know?
Mm-hmm. Repented of his ways. And so she's like, do people really like Del Taco? So we high-fived. Actually, I gave her an elbow. She was doing shit. But I was like, welcome. Officially, welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to the Daily Brew family.
Yeah. So, shout out to Andrea. Met her today. She's rad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Andrea.
She's officially rad.
Well, on that note,
we're literally going to get Taco Bell.
We're literally going to get Taco Bell. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I think the Taco Bell promotion ended on the cups, so thank you to anybody that has ordered.
Yep.
I don't know. Kind of want to keep the promotion going, but at the same time,
we might just drop the price.
Who knows? We kind of like this. It's like a sweet spot.
Yeah. We just really want to hear people use a promo.
Yeah, we just wanted people to use it because of
maybe some of the haters. That's why that's what kept them from getting it.
Yeah.
They're too far in their hate.
The share the taco line boys just you know.
Yeah.
I feel like our Taco Bell seasoned beef is just dying down with them, you know?
I think we're both just too okay with like being like
being right.
Being right, yeah.
Well, if they ever want to refry this this beef. I'm trying to think of puns.
I know. I can't think of it.
I can't think of any right now. I'm done. I'm so shot. I'm so tired. We love you guys. At Walking Blind Pod everywhere. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com if you guys have questions.
We want to hear from you guys too. Participate. Whenever you guys watch, there's something we say in the episode. Fire in. I've been saying this for a while and I feel bad. I do have a friend that every now and then she'll chime in, and we have a conversation which is rad.
That's fucking sick.
I got to bring it on here though.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah. We've got some cool things lined up for the next few episodes, actually. So we love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.
peace.
Running back again.